episode of the Free Famous Ladies podcast show. Whoop, whoop. Oh, dry as hell. Okay.
I was on the beat. Literally. Right, Snoop, thank you very much.
What do you mean, thank you? Someone came late. So
no, we didn't come late.
No, look at the way I said someone, not we. Someone. Okay. Now you're clearly telling on yourself because clearly it was you.
No, don't go there. It wasn't.
Unfortunately, well, this is not the last because we've got the reunion, but last night was the Love Island finale.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I mean, how many weeks was it? I just feel like it went
8
on
weeks.
forever. 8 weeks.
Yeah. 8 weeks.
Feel like it went on forever, but
2 months of my life.
Yeah. And now I'm like, what am I going to do with myself at 9 o'clock? Or as Snoop said to me earlier, go to bed. Goodbye. But our finalists were Tasha and Andrew, Dammy and India, Gemma and Luca, and Davide and Ekin-Su. What do we think about, first of all, what do we think about the final four? Was that the right final four? I mean, final four couples. So, was that the right one?
I guess so. Yeah, I think so. Yes, because obviously the alternative is Paige and Adam. No. So yes, this is the right final four.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. So just before the finale, we had the whole meet the parents. The parents situation. So New Year, what did you think of Tasha's family?
I thought they were quite interesting. Yeah, guys, I didn't watch Tasha's one. I don't like Tasha and Andrew. I'm really sorry.
Okay, no problem. Snoop, did you see Tasha's family?
Yeah, Tasha's family were lovely. Families are just family.
Yeah,
They were lovely. Her dad was obviously the highlight.
Yeah.
Yes, he has such a lovely sense of humor, which doesn't shine through in his daughter, or maybe she never got to be herself to bring it out. Wow. You know, I'm like, where's that spark in you, Tash? But yeah, he's a great supporter of his daughter. You know that kind of, you could tell like that's his little princess, and that was, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that they didn't come for Andrew, if you know what I mean, like as in they the dad made a joke about Coco and stuff, which was really, really funny. The dad was, had a really nice energy, banterish, seemed very welcoming. And I think what I liked about the dad was that he's seen the journey that his daughter had gone on. And this is now the decision that she's made. So look, guys, I'm all one for, let me come for that person. But at the end of the day, if your child has made that decision to now continue with that person, well, let it be. They can come out and watch all the episodes if they want. And if they decide to think differently about it, fine. And also, as you always say, Snoop, we only get shown so much. We don't see the whole picture. You know, we get a snapshot view of the interactions and whatnot. So I'm very much of that. You don't know me. I love Andrew. Andrew can do no wrong. And they saw the way their daughter was moving mad the whole time. I'm sorry, but I just felt like a lot of the family come in quite protective and quite, like coming for the other partner. But in my mind, if that person's already made the decision to stay with that person in spite of whatever's gone on, then let it be. That's just me. Then let it be. And I feel like that was a good example. Her family were a good example of, okay, he had some slip ups or whatever, but I can see that you two are in love and trying to I say in love, I use that word very loosely, okay? Like your Love Island in love, and, we're here to support this connection for the 3 months, how long ever else it lasts. So I
agree with your point, but I think Tasha and Andrew's dynamic was slightly different from the others. Okay. The others were quite toxic in the sense of borderline dangerous in this. Do you know what I mean? Like Luca's obsession and whatever with Gemma, and the way he always, if she wasn't a strong character, he would just be all on top of her and controlling, real. And I feel like with Dammy's one, as well, it was more that was just a naughty thing to do. And do you get what I mean, sort of thing, where I feel like the dynamic between Tasha and Andrew was Tasha did not know what she wanted. She was trying to put one foot in, one foot out, but she was playing the game. Andrew did what he did out of hurt. We all knew that, and that's why we were all like, okay. Do you get what I mean? Like he was triggered by what the girls said and felt hurt, and whatever, and that's what made him. So clearly, they both liked each other, but one didn't want to fully commit just yet, and the other one was just hurt by like possibly looking like a. Do you get what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. Like I do agree with what you're saying, that once two grown-ups have made their decision, families, keep your ass out of it. But at the same time, I wouldn't expect them to come and grill Andrew, because it's not, we all saw why he did it. Not that it was 100% right, but we all saw that he wasn't trying to hurt her. He was just pissed and just lost his shit, basically. As opposed to the other ones and stuff like that, who deserve a grilling. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Okay, let's move on. New Year, Nick, what did you think about Paige and Adam's family?
I thought that one was a bit weird, and do you know what it is? I think Paige is really I've really gone off Paige in the last few weeks.
Yeah, you're not the
just because obviously we all understood what happened with her and Jax, and again, he left and she probably just thought, phew, like he's finally gone type of thing. Her and Adam's dynamic, I feel like it was almost forced as well, in a way. Like he didn't really have much choice of who else to pick, really and truly, for himself. He didn't really have anyone else to really pick. So my feeling of them, that when they left, I thought it was about time. I almost wish Danica and Jamie even stayed, just because Paige and Adam's whole dynamic just seems like it's just like a picture perfect, just trying to get what they can kind of get out of this whole entire situation. I don't think it's genuine. I feel like the family just kind of said all the tick boxes, as they always tend to do. So I just thought I could do without this, to be honest. Like I just felt like it was a bit of a waste of time, really.
Well, okay. Well, I agree to an extent. I think Paige's mum was definitely giving Paige signs that she wasn't feeling Adam. She's heard about how Adam was. So for those that don't know, Adam was a bit of a playboy. As you can see, he's a good looking, for his age of 45, he's a good looking man, and let's just put it this way: the year he was
much better looking when he was actually in his season.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Now he looked like he was in his 20s in his season. Now maybe 2 or 3 seasons later, he looks like he's doubled in age. But for his season, he was like the Davide, of the, they spent big bucks to get this really good looking guy in. Yeah. And I feel like he used this season to kind of clean up his image. I don't necessarily think he came in there specifically for Paige. Paige is an attractive girl. Look, besides her personality, which I can't stand, she's an attractive girl, and I think they look together. But I think he went in there with a mission to show the general public that he's this nice, that he's this nice guy. And I didn't read too much about him, what his antics were, but I hear he was just this big playboy, going from girl to girl. Even when he came out of that, villa, going from girl to girl, he's got that playboy image. And I think her mum already knows that, and it's just a bit like, I'm not, I'm not really feeling this guy. In fact, her mum actually preferred Jax. I mean, for me, honestly speaking, I don't prefer any of them. That's my thing. Like if that was my daughter, I'd want better for her. I wouldn't want her to be with either guy, but I think Paige is going to do what she's going to do, and she's just going to get hurt. But I definitely think he came in to clean his image. And when his friend was talking, it was like, oh, you look a lot more comfortable this time round. It just felt like, look, what you came out here for.
Right.
You came out here to better your image. And I mean, I don't know if he did, to be honest with you. I don't really care for him. I thought he was a bit snaky at times in the show, and I don't really like Paige either. I think she's real fake. From what I've seen of interviews as well with the other islanders, the ex-islanders have all said anyone that came new, she was very standoffish to them, you know, like she was kind of mean girlish to them. And I'm like, yeah, I can believe that. Do you know what I mean? I really can believe that. So personally, I don't really care. I was glad when they got eliminated, to be honest. Snoop, any want to wade in, or how are your thoughts on Paige and Adam? And
yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with both what you guys just said, your comments on them. As you know, they're irrelevant to me. Adam coming in was pointless to me. And just like you said, the snake side of him show, you can't, he can shed as much skin as he wants, but the new print will always reflect what he really is inside. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, just like you, I agree with you 100%. I don't think he's really done anything for his image. Yeah. I don't. We'll live to see like what coming back in has like done for him. But yeah, I don't see him and Paige doing anything on the outside. Like, I would probably say maybe a good 6 months, and you know, not if Jax has anything to do with it. Do you know what I mean? I think Paige's mum's a bit twisted to say she prefers Jax to that, because that was just incredibly a hostile, you know, toxic thing for your daughter. Like, what? Do you know? I would have just been like, you know, I wouldn't have even said that, bring Jax's name into it. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Fair enough.
I feel like the mum just said it almost to kind of like, because there's been a backlash how fast Paige has moved on from Jax.
Yeah.
To kind of like mend that kind of bridge. And that's why I feel like some of what they really said wasn't really what they think. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they just said it just to kind of be like, oh, I'm going to be like the protective mom and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I don't feel like it was any like genuine conversation, to be honest. They probably even chatted before they actually filmed what they were actually saying on camera.
That's true.
So my thing is that I don't feel like it was, oh, you know, Adam's really the bad one, Jax is. I feel like behind the scenes, the mum probably just said, do you know what? This is what's really happened, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. When you come out, this is what's really going to be the deal. Because like you're saying, Snoop, no mom's going to be watching that and going, oh, Jax is the better solution, or any kind of solution right now in his current state, without us even knowing what really went on. So my thing is that you're not going to pick a narcissist over a player. They're both bad. But she can't really say that on TV. She has to kind of, you know what I mean, kind of show a bit more damage control for her daughter, because her daughter's getting a lot of backlash on the outside.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move swiftly on. What did you think? I'm going to come to you, Snoop. What did you think, Snoop, of Gemma's family and Luca's family coming on and what they said?
Luca's family, oh God, Luca's dad, Jesus Christ, with that slippers, I was like, Lord Jesus, man, you know, because like that was so weeks and weeks ago, we hadn't seen those slippers. Now this man just brought it back like, hey, I'm planning to make markets after this. Then the way he was like, it's trending, I was like, but where, sir? Where? There's positive trending and there's negative trending. Bill and Gates Market, that's where it's
exactly. £1 fish.
Obviously they tried to both parties tried to pinpoint on the you know, the experiences of their children. Do you know what I mean? I think Gemma's mum didn't really go into it, but then again, just like you said, Nick, we don't know how it's been edited. Do you understand what I mean? What was actually what she actually said to her daughter regarding the situation between her and Luca? I mean, obviously, I'm talking about the bad side of it. So obviously, she did say, you know, she empowered her daughter in the sense that you did nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? You did absolutely nothing wrong, which I was really happy to hear her say. Luca's family tried to touch a point on his behavior as well, but again, whether it was edited to make it short and sweet or whether that's how they chose it, but obviously they said they'll discuss it more
when they get home,
when they get back. And I kind of feel like, yeah, you would really have to, because with Luca, you never know how he's going to take things. You know how he's going to take things, but you know what I mean? And you don't just want to start that again. And you can see that the parents know him very well in that sense as well. That, boy, you know, we need to, I feel like they deal with their son probably quite sensitively because they know what he's like. You know, we'll talk about it, not here, we'll talk about it elsewhere. Whereas other people will probably just say what it is. And, you know, I don't think he would receive it quite well. So it's best to be discussed elsewhere. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I think I'm really hoping his parents do talk to him, because it's just too much. They're not gonna survive. And if that's who you are, because obviously some people, that's just who they are, then you're not going to end up with Gemma. You're going to be very heartbroken at the end of this, because she's that type of chick that's like, okay, like clearly she must have saw the nonsense with Jackson, thought, nah, I'm done with this shit,
Yeah.
and kicked him to the curb. And I think she'll do the same thing. Luca is not ready for the kind of heat, the kind of DM heat this girl is going to be getting. And there are going to be some characters who are just out there just to see if they can get a rise out of him as well. Knowing what they've seen, do the most around her to get a rise out of him. And he will take the bait, no pun intended. He will take the bait, and it'll all be over. They'll all be crying about it at the end, and Gemma will go on to next man. That's it. But that's the one thing I like about Gemma. She's strong in her resolve. Like, it's like, nah, that's it. Like, she's not one of them girls that's just gonna roll over. And I like that about her. But yeah, okay. So I definitely think he was upset when he didn't see Michael Owen come in. He wanted to see, let me see him. And I was thinking, mate, just relax yourself, rest yourself, okay? Okay, so now let's move on to Davide. So Nuyannick, Davide, and Ekinsu's family. What did we think?
I think that one was good. I think that one was a good introduction. I feel like they also didn't say certain things that they really wanted to say to them, but I like that they were really polite and they were really trying. I feel like, it was a nice introduction is what I can say.
Right.
I think it was okay. I don't think it was like anything special.
Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Snoop?
Pretty much the same thing, really. I was more annoyed at the annoying little brother bit. I was just like, you have that brother that he's just like, please, can you just calm your shit down and be quiet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was. I think just like Nick said, it was all right. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he had to translate what was being said, which was quite cute, but it wasn't awkward, even though there was a barrier. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. So yeah, I think it was all right.
All right, let's get to the last one. India and Dammy's family. What did we think?
When India's mum called him Deji?
Yeah, I feel like they came in a bit hard, to be honest with you. I think that India's mum's done a good job raising her daughter. Like, she's done a very good job raising her daughter. Her daughter is very strong, and her daughter weren't taking no shit from Dammy. We saw that when she came back with Deji, and she didn't even batter an eyelid. I like the way she held herself, but I just feel like when it was like, sorry for what? I just felt like, oh God. Well, that's just me personally. Don't get me wrong. I found it funny when the mum did call him Deji. And I think obviously that was planned, which I thought it was funny. But I did think your daughter has forgiven and has chosen. Move on. That's just me personally. I thought his family, it was a shame that they couldn't be there. I don't know what his cousin or sister was wearing. The big one where her breasts were just, I was like, listen, lovey, put it away. We don't want to see them. Please, please, please. We know you're blessed clearly in that area. Just cover up, but yeah, I thought that, I thought it was funny, but I just thought, okay, like, let it go. That was just me. I thought, let it go, mate. What did you guys think?
I felt it needed to be said. True Jamaicans.
Okay.
They're your mind. You know what I mean? I thought it needed to be said, and I'm glad they did. They did call him out on that, because Dammy has a way of like, I don't know whether it's because he knows, or just like you said, India is a strong girl, but at the same time, girls, when we like someone, we pardon shit. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And Dammy's been weaving his way into India. Do you know what I mean? Like, like I can't find what I'm trying to use. And I feel like it's good that someone else is also letting know, look, we're watching you. Do you know what I mean? All this smooth talk and whatever, and the Dublin accent or whatever the accent is. You know what I mean? That you're putting on, you know, to weave your way out of, you know, whatever you got. You know, do you know what I mean? Whenever you're in trouble, or whatever. I'm just glad that they're like, you know, he knows that she's got backup and they're watching her, and I'm glad that his family too weren't impressed with his behavior. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he actually owned it, he wasn't like he wasn't trying to smooth talk them out of it. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. He actually owned it and was like, yeah, I misbehaved and I was wrong. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing like that. That was good for Dammy. But I'm glad that, you know, he couldn't swindle his way out of that bullshit and he didn't even try to. Ooh. That's me.
Okay, fair enough. I hear that. Fair dues. Okay, so let's fast forward now. We've talked about the families. That's fine. We've got to our finalists. How did we feel about Tasha and Andrew coming fourth? Right decision, wrong decision?
Yeah, right.
Why?
For me,
I was shocked. I thought they'll come third.
Okay. Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah.
Who do you think will come fourth?
India and Dammy?
No.
Oh.
Gemma and Luke.
Ooh.
Gemma and Luke. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think because we can see the cracks are getting deeper.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even when I was watching the speech and whatever, you know, and the more I watch those two, I'm talking about Tasha and Andrew, they're at a good place. You know, I'm now changing, and when I see Tasha, I don't want to just be like, get off my screen, you're annoying. Yeah. I'm actually like, oh, you look really nice, you know, you look pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? I'm soft on her now, and soft on her love with Andrew. You know, I believe it. Right. Do you get what I'm saying? I think those two are, you know, a strong couple, whereas there's always been a crack between Luca and Gemma. And right, the last couple of days, that crack has deepened, even though they're trying to patch it up, you know, so it doesn't break because they're near the end. Do you get what I'm saying? That crack is there. Do you know? And I just feel like I don't see them going, them being as strong as Sasha and Andrew. So yeah, that's why I flipped the boat, as in they should have come fourth. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And what's it called? Tasha and Andrew should have come third, and India and Finky should have come second, to be honest with me. That's how I felt.
I hear that.
I knew Ekin-Su and Davide was going to win it anyway, so there's no point deluding myself, because I can, you know what I mean? So that's you know, do you know what I mean? That's how I wanted it to be. So I was quite shocked, really. I was genuinely shocked that they came fourth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No, was
I feel like I get what you're saying, Snoop. Definitely, like, they've come a long way. Like, they've gone through a lot, both of them, and I believe it's genuine. Even at the time when they were going through it, I kept saying to you, like, Tasha is just indecisive, like, and Andrew's just trying to get his balls back. Do you know what I mean? So my thing is that they've gone through a amount, you know, that anyone can go on with this show. Like, as much as it's almost like Davide and Ekin-Su without the liar business. But
without the tit sucking and whatever. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the tit sucking.
Right, there's a whole nother show. But the fact that Tasha was in the bottom so many times, I feel like the public weren't going to be ready to be like, you guys are going to go any higher. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, they like them as a couple, but not to be anywhere like in the top three, really and truly. They've gone through so much together. That's what I think anyway. So I think they were.
But did you not feel like sorry, babe, did you not feel like the public disliked Luca more than Tasha now? Do you understand what I'm saying?
They still love
Gemma. And I feel like
Gemma.
that's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I agree with, Nick. They love Gemma. It's Gemma.
They love Gemma more than they dislike Luca. Whereas I think with Tasha, because, like, you know, like, some people are like on the fence with Tasha, whereas people really love Gemma. And Luca is like, some people will be even agreeing. I honestly believe some people would agree with the way he's been with Gemma. Some people, not everybody, but some people will still agree that how he's been is quite genuine because he cares for her. You know, it's fair, you know, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And he's a fishmonger. He's a British boy. He's a British lad. Do you know what I mean? He's around the way. And, you know, the UK love a good, you know, a boy from the gutter. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's trying it. So they love all of that kind of stuff. So as much as they disliked him, remember, they forgave him more than they forgave Dammy, because Dammy was in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, there's no way Luca and Gemma will ever end up fourth. And again, look at who her dad is. It's not even just about Gemma or disliking Luca. You're going to put Michael Owen's daughter in fourth place. Like,
I mean, she had quite a big following anyway. Like her Instagram following was quite massive compared to all of them anyway. So even if those people alone voted, that's getting somewhere. I mean, it's doubled now. I think she's got 1.7 million. So yeah. So yeah, I see what you mean. For Gemma's sake, I see. But yeah,
I agree. I think I'm not. It's not what I wanted, but I think Dammy and India did well. I think if not for his indiscretion in Casa Amor, I think maybe not have won, but they probably would have come second if that hadn't happened, because it was clear people had not. I'm always on Twitter, and people had not forgiven him. It just didn't matter how much people had forgiven Andrew, forgiven Luca. They had not forgiven Andrew. And people, especially those, with all due respect, those that don't like blacks, any excuse to now say they really don't like, they're going to use it. So
keep it.
Yeah. And I just think they just could not let that thing go. So
yeah, I agree. A lot of times I'm like, boy, like she's forgiven. We've moved past. Do you know what I mean? They're showing a lot more positive clips of the two of them, and you're still holding on to the past. Like, oh, I'm not on a Dammy train. I'm like, all right, then get off. Bye.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, okay, so we all know like the reunion is coming up. I can't wait for that. I hope they don't do Dammy and India like they did. What's the name? Kaz and what was the name of the guy she was with? Who cares? I hope
Tyler.
Okay, I hope that they don't do them like that. They should. They were OGs. They should definitely get their chance in the spotlight. I'm really hoping that Laura Whitmore has sacked her stylist and gets a new one, because this girl don't know how to dress. I don't know what she was wearing at this.
I was looking at a budget. Someone showed a budget of what the girls' dresses cost.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, if you got that much money to put India in a almost $4,000, $1,000 clothes, and do you know what I mean? The rest in like 500 or whatever. What the hell is Laura wearing? I couldn't understand it. She was so pretty up top, but then when you see the bottom, you think, what the hell is this?
Exactly.
It was confusing, just like the first day she walked in. That was confusing too. Yeah. So she ended confusing, and she started confusing, and she ended confusing.
It was, honestly, guys, it was an eyesore. Twitter was going crazy.
I mean, there was only one time she dressed really well. I think it's that silver outfit that she had. When she came, I can't remember when she came and surprised them. That was the only outfit that I liked that she put on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, forget the stylist. You could have got something in your wardrobe that's even what she wears, on the advert, her little denim jumpsuit on it was better than what she was trying to wear. And honestly, guys, I am preparing my eyes for what she's going to wear for the reunion, but I'm not confident that she's going to wear anything that look good. I mean, to be fair, even those fashion choices at the the last episode, I loved what India was wearing. I really liked what Tasha was wearing. What Gemma was wearing was an old lady dress, like
same old, right? Same old Gemma style.
It looked, she just didn't look good. I'm like, come on, the girl's got a nice figure. They could have put her in something. I mean, at last resort, put the bikini on. Like,
no, they can't put the bikini on, because when I was watching them do their little dance or whatever, I'm like, dang, you girls have put on a bit. Do you know what I mean? They were packing some pouches down below. I'm sorry, I was looking. They have packed some pouches.
Oh gosh, it just didn't, and I hated what they put Ekin-Su in as well. I'm like, this was like a nightgown slip. What is this?
It wasn't very glam for final, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't. I just thought that Davide budget really, really effed up things for the rest of this. Don't get me wrong, it was well spent, but come on, guys, like, you could have just not put Adam in, and whatever $2,000 you spent on bringing him in, anyone could have just gone and ran down to New Look. You know what I mean? And gone and got something.
But they spent more on the final dates as well. On some couples' final dates. Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah.
Honestly, just very, very But yeah, anyway, we're looking forward to the reunion. We're hoping that Laura Whitmore does a good job. She hasn't. Last year, she did a dreadful job. And obviously, I know please people don't come for me. I know it's not all just her. There's producers involved. There's other people who are part of the production team who direct how these things are going to go. I understand that, but I'm not really a big fan of her as a presenter. And on Twitter, it's been going crazy that maybe they should get Ekin-Su to host next year. And I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that because we all know she's crazy, so she'll probably do a better job.
It'll be the Ekin-Su show though.
Of course.
I don't think she'll remember that it's about the islanders and she's no longer an islander. You know what I mean?
Well, you might find that someone's bed one.
We'll be trying it on the boys, get
a place back on the island. Should be taking those names out of it and putting her name there instead.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
She'll be flirting with the boys that are in the villa, so I don't know.
Like a true presenter should do.
Keep it spicy. Well, that's it for another episode. It was a nice finale. We're congratulations to
very nice
and Davide. Well deserved. I'm just glad that Gemma and Luca didn't win. Just to see Luca's face, because I know he.
Did you see his face?
I did see his face. Yeah. He really thought he was going to win, but no luck this time, Dish. Okay, so obviously catch us on Podbean, Twitter, iTunes, Insta, Twitter, Podbean. Email us at freepms.ladies@gmail.com. I'm your girl, Queen P.
I'm Snape.
I'm Nick. Bye, guys.
Bye.